Now we know there's going to be a lot of families out there purchasing their young kids their very first motorbike this Christmas. Now for this week's rider tip, what we're going to be taking a look at is some of the safety factors you need to bear in mind and also some of the pitfalls to be aware of. And one of the first steps in the process is actually figuring out what size bike, what type of motorcycle, and also what budget you've got to work with. Now bearing all of this in mind, my best advice I can give you is to walk on down to your local motorcycle shop, have a little bit of a talk with the bike salesman there and try to take on as much information as you can. Go away, go back home, have a chat with the family, put all that information together and come up with a bit of an educated guess at what you're after. Now as soon as you've taken that first big step, you've gone and got yourself your motorcycle and obviously gone and purchased all of the protective gear that you need to have to safely ride these motorcycles, the next step, you need to find a track to go and ride on. Now, I seriously suggest you find yourself your local motorcycle club. You'll be able to meet the people there, get a little bit of an idea as to their rules and regulations, and provide a nice, safe environment for you to ride the motorcycle. Every single club will have their own coaching, whether it's a level 0 club coach or a level 1 club coach. They'll be able to teach you the basics and be able to get the kickstart book happening and a couple of the little bits and pieces that you need to be able to get yourself your license. And before you even start to think about wanting to jump high or doing tricks or whatever it may be, you need to learn the basics of clutch, throttle and braking control. For a parent that might be trying to teach their little 50cc rider for the first time, you can set that throttle so that absolutely flat out the parent can be walking next to the kid. Now this has got to set your mind at ease as far as safety goes. Don't let them get out in the backyard. Even if you've got a reasonably large little backyard, still got fences and all kinds of stuff around that are very much a real danger to young kids who have never ridden a motorcycle before. And there's nothing more daunting and nothing will put your kid off more of riding a motorcycle than putting him out in the backyard, setting him free and he goes and wraps himself around a little tree or a fence, for example. You're going to be selling that bike about a week later, and that's not how we want to ease our little kids into the sport of dirt biking. If you're after some proper level coaching where you're trying to learn that extra little bit, maybe that intermediate to advanced type of stuff, Motorcycling Australia has got all the separate governing bodies no matter what state you're in. Click on which state you're from and by all means they'll be able to point you in the right direction for who the reputable coaches are in your particular state. Well, that's it for our Christmas special rider tip. We hope that the kids and especially the parents got a little bit out of that. We certainly don't want to be scaring you guys away from the sport of dirt bikes, but what we do want to do is try to give you just those few little safety tips because your first experience can set you off in a lifetime of enjoying the sport of dirt biking like it has for a lot of us. We want you to have a very Merry Christmas, enjoy the new year, and we'll see you next year.